burning remains of your victims fill the air with acrid smoke. The sky fills with a figure as black as night. Deathwing descends, exhausted from his long journey from Grim Batal, bearing grave news from his brothers at Blackrock Spire. The Alliance has sent a host of warriors to the Black Morass and has engaged the forces of Warsong and the Shattered Hand at the Dark Portal. You must rally the forces of Shadowmoon to break through this siege and return the artifacts you have secured to Draenor. Only then can Ner'zhul's plan of opening portals to new worlds be realized. Succeed and you will command vast armies as they ravage untold worlds. Fail and be slaughtered.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the very last level of Warcraft 2 core campaign Beyond the Dark Portal. This is by far the most difficult level to play in this game, and might take some time to complete as well, as we have 4 human factions that we have to fight against, and you need to take slow steps in order to gain ground. And as you can see, I went for my blacksmith first, reason being we want to get some extra damage. Okay, so we're going to pretty much use Deathwing to do a lot of the damage for us. Just be careful not to let him go too far. As you can see, there are so many towers that we need to take down. It's madness. But I actually want to strike at purple first, before taking on the green, as purple upgrade their units, while green doesn't. Oh shit. So it's just a little something you need to be aware of. Okay, so we managed to get that tower and ballista. So the next step is to slowly but surely move closer to these towers in order to take them out as well. Now, need I warn you guys and girls that you do not want your warriors to stray too far, so making use of your stand ground is of the utmost importance. Also, I would recommend building a lumber mill for 2 reasons. 1, you can start working on your lumber supply, and 2, you can actually make use of the troll upgrades as well. So yeah, Deathwing is going to do a lot of work for us. As you can see, 1 shot and instant death for an archer. This makes him by far one of the strongest guys to have on your side. Also, it would be a good idea to make use of your Death Knights, Death and Decay. Just be careful though, they will be sending out their forces. Okay, how are things going here? Okay, so far so good. So we've opened up an opening for us and haven't suffered any casualties yet, so we can slowly but surely move over to purple's base. Now, also something you need to be careful of, white is by far the strongest in this game, and attacks will be coming through constantly. Careful not to blow up your own units as well. Attacks will be coming through constantly, so make sure that you leave a couple of units here at the back. As you can see, here comes one of the attacks from the white. You don't necessarily have to max upgrade your units. You need to leave a little bit of resources left in order to build your secondary base, so be careful about not overspending. Okay, we are once again going to make use of Deathwing to do a lot of the work for us. Be careful of their Griffin Riders as well.
Work complete. What you want to give? Work complete. Master?
Ooh, we almost lost Kargath. Very close call. Okay. Before we can advance, we need to take care of that tower as well. I'm just going to make use of my Death Knight to do the damage. We might even be able to get a couple of their peasants as well if we are really, really lucky. Okay, so that has been taken care of. I think that they might. Okay, they might not. Let's just destroy that tower as well in case of emergencies. And at the same time, be careful. Might even be a good idea to get rid of this. Oh. Almost straight too far. Okay, so far so good. Oh, holy shit! Deathwing is powerful and everything, but 3 Griffin Riders is a bit much. Shit. So we lost a couple of units there, which is most unfortunate. Okay, so the next move that I want to pull, shit, is to just use Death and Decay. Maybe 2 sets of Death and Decay. And crush the majority of their army, if we possibly can. They are going to have ballistas and so forth, so it's just a little bit of a something we need to be careful of. Try not to use Gorefiend. I think this should be it for purple. Yeah. Okay, so now we can take our units to the side. Oh goodness, careful. On the fortunate side, we have suffered... Well, actually, yeah, it's actually quite minimum casualties. Yeah, it actually went incredibly well. Purple is now pretty much out of the way. Oh, just be careful of that. If that was destroyed, we would have been completely screwed. And most of our heroes are still intact. Well, we lost most of our trolls. But on the fortunate side, we've got a base up and running. Now we are just going to hold out for the first while. As I mentioned, green is really not a problem since they never upgrade their units, and this we are going to use to our advantage. When we do strike, it's going to be hard. Yeah, well, that is just tough shit. There's not much that we can do about that. We need to get farms going. Okay, that barracks is also not something we need to worry about anymore. Deathwing is very low on life, but he's still strong enough, I would say, to take on a Griffin Rider. They will be coming now. We can if we really want to assault the green, but I think it would be a better idea to first get our basics sorted out, so that if our assault does fail, we've got a backup. We've still got the problem with having to deal with the Griffin Riders as well. Fortunately, we got a lot of wood from this area, so we can actually, without having to harvest lumber now, get our stuff going. Just wish there could have been a way to heal Deathwing. Okay, so I would say that after you have gotten your foothold, then things go pretty, I wouldn't say smoothly, but it goes a lot better than what it did in the beginning. I mean, the most difficult part of this level is actually getting your base sorted. I mean, and that is really... Oh, okay, well, we might end up losing Deathwing. Okay, well, another important thing to note, ladies and gentlemen, you can lose your heroes. It's not going to cost you the game. And that is actually magnificent for us, because the chances are really high that you might end up losing at least one of your heroes, and in my case, Deathwing is probably going to be the one. So it's not something that you have to fret about. It's not the end of the world. Now that we have towers, Deathwing can relax. As you can see, green has still not upgraded anything, which means we are literally going to plow through their army. No problem for us. And actually, the sooner we take down green, the sooner we can get an extra gold mine. So we kind of want to get those gold mines. And that's the reason why we build a tower over here. Okay, so once we have our ogre mount, we are going to mount our offensive against the green. And once they are over and done with, we're just slowly but surely going to make our way down and take care of white as well. Okay, so as you can see, it was probably the best idea to not mount our offensive against green immediately, as we don't have a lot of melee fighters anymore. Sure, we've got our heroes, but well, they are only as tough. In fact, I think it might be a good idea, even if we lose them, it might be a good idea to use them in the fight that is about to come up. Of course, just for backup, build a few extra ogres. We need this upgrade. Okay. I would say it's time to move out. I'm going to slow things down as we might need the micromanagement in order to take these guys on. Sure, they don't really have any major stuff that we have to deal with. Oh shit. I mean, the units aren't as well equipped, but nonetheless, you know, they might have ballistas and stuff that we have to dodge. So I think what would even be a great idea would be to just use Death and Decay. For every unit that we can strike, you know, that is going to be to our advantage. Catapults, please just attack. Well, it went relatively smoothly, I would say. And our heroes are still alive as well. Once this building has been destroyed, then green is pretty much out of the way. Just be careful though, they still have some towers located on some spots. Like that one. And so we have removed 2 of the nations in this game. This is very good news indeed for us, and we managed to get, well, substantially high in gold mine. From here on, we don't really have to worry about the green at all. It would just be nonetheless a good idea to exterminate their towers. You never know when we have to move to certain sections. I mean, in my previous channel when I played this level, it took me over an hour just to complete this level, and my knowledge of the map wasn't as high back then, and so yeah, I would say that some of my plays weren't too great, but I went for a lot more of a defensively style of play, where there's a gold mine located to the far right side, and I just kept on defending and defending until I couldn't defend anymore. So that was that. That's why it took me so long to complete the level. Going for that method, I would say, is incredibly difficult. I don't recommend using that method, as you end up having to waste so much resources, eventually getting forced to move out to green. And I'm not sure whether green ever really upgrade their units on a later stage, but one thing is for sure, it becomes more and more difficult the longer you take to especially take out purple. So that's why I really recommend you guys to go by a strategy that is a strike hard, strike fast kind of maneuver. Just to check, they do have a tower or 2 left. Just get rid of that tower. Actually, in fact, why not just build catapults from here? So another one of the important things that I want to do is make use of dragons. If we've got some dragons, we can actually get rid of their Griffin Rider population relatively quickly. They have 2 Griffin Aviaries, and I'm not sure whether blue ever get into the whole Griffin, not blue, white ever get into the whole Griffin thing. But we nonetheless don't want to have to deal with that as well. You know, 2 nations of Griffin Riders is really not a pleasant thing. So, let's see, the gold mine that I was referring to should be right here. And we are out of gold. Not a problem, though. Fortunately, we don't have to worry too much about wood. Speed things up a bit. There's the gold mine that I was referring to. So now, fortunately, we have 3 gold mines in this map. That's a lot of extra gold for us. One of the things that happened to me in the video that I made for this level was I ran out of gold at some stage, and I thought to myself, oh good heavens, it's over and done with. I need to restart this whole level and think of a new way to approach. But fortunately, I had more than enough gold to actually complete the level in the end. I was really, really thankful. Okay, so now we can make some dragons. And assault the white base. I'm surprised that I haven't seen white doing anything. I mean, they haven't attacked us at all as of late. I'm not sure whether they are out of gold or not, but we shall find out soon enough. Aha. 100 more gold. Okay, well, you can almost be positive of the fact that they are going to react immediately, so just be on guard. Yep, I knew it. I actually want to see if we can possibly get that tower as well. Good. Oh, that was a direct hit on Grom. Sorry, my friend. We might not make this battle. I don't like losing my heroes, but there's no point of just keeping them around as well, you know, we can rather put them to good use. I'm going to sacrifice this guy in order to get an idea of what is going on in this base. I still have a bit of gold left. 4 dragons should be enough to accomplish what I want to do. We can actually make use of Terran for this fight. Yeah, we actually can. I think it's a brilliant idea. His death and decay should be most welcoming. Surprised that they haven't reacted. Is white out of gold? They've got to be. I mean, It would be most wonderful news, I have to add. I mean, if they are out of... No, they can't be out of gold. Something is not right. There they are. I am amazed by the durability of these heroes. This is the stuff of legends. I honestly don't think that they're going to last much longer, but wow, they are just not dying. Grom just took a direct shot from one of our catapults and he still didn't die. Holy shit, man. I won't deny it, I'm going to be really disappointed if one of them does die. But wow! And white is completely over and done with. Super Dodger. I'm at this point now, no, I don't want them to die anymore. I mean, they have done what I wanted them to do. There is no more real land assaults that we have to deal with. So, why not just keep them alive? But of course, keep them at the back. To get one of our peons here to claim this gold mine as well. We currently have so much gold, it's scary. What was actually a bit of a pushover? So where's this? Ah, there we go. Speed things up a bit. Okay, so from here on we're just going to move over to the next phase of this level, and that is actually dealing with blue and their ships. We've got so much gold. I mean, we can literally make a ton of dragons, but that is not going to be very cost effective. It's unfortunate that we have to kill or destroy every single building and kill every single unit. You know what? I think I'm going to take my words back. It might just be cost effective to rather just go for the dragons. I mean, we've got so much gold. What are we going to do with all of it? We are busy wrecking the blues base. And we can make a bunch of dragons more. Yeah, let's stick to dragons. Just want to take down most of the units. The only things I don't like about the dragons and the griffins is the fact that I attack my own kind. And Deathwing is also still alive. Okay, a couple of shipyards over here. So how many ships do they have? Can't have too many now, can they? 9 ships. Ooh, actually they do have a lot of ships. Get rid of these. Oh yeah. The main reason I came. I need to get rid of this Griffin Avery, and that is going to be the end of any of their offensives. They won't be able to touch me. Of course, I can destroy my own units. Hence the reason why we're just constantly going to be making units. Those ships, however, are going to be a problem for us. In fact, I think I should just make more roosts. Going to make this process a whole lot faster. We need to regroup with our forces.
Work complete.
I think we need to get to, just want to make sure, capture the dark portal. Okay, so either way, we need to make some ships. We do fortunately have more than enough oil. So we're literally just going to make one transport ship. And we need to get rid of this barracks. Gold do they have left? Oh my goodness, they still have a lot of gold. If I get possession of this gold mine, then... Hey, seriously, I think this is the most dragons I've ever made in my life, in my career of Warcraft 2.
Right away. The boss.
$16 dragons. Really a large amount of dragons. Yo! Of course, we still have Alaria and Skyreed to deal with. That's going to be loads of fun. Ah. I was afraid of that one. Oh, let me just build another one. So many dragons. Okay, well, like I said, my mistake. These dragons are actually proving out to be really cost effective. I mean, they can do everything we want them to do. Okay, it's really expensive, but hey, they're doing the job. Shitload of dragons and we dominate the airs and the seas. Why not? Plus, I don't think the heroes of the Alliance stand much of a chance against this large amount of dragons. Might have to build a farm. I'm so proud of myself that I managed to keep all of my heroes alive. And now for the final assault. I want to see this in slow motion. Well, normal speed. They won't. Oh, this is gonna be a massacre. Valeria's done. Where's Tyrellian? Ah, there we go. Kargath, Tyrellian. What happened to Skyri? Must have killed him at an earlier stage. Ah, there we go. There's Skyri. One more task remains. Gather the heroes. Please don't tell me there's something like a submarine waiting for me. This is going to be most disappointing.
You're the captain. I would love to. You're the captain.
Ladies and gentlemen, this should be it. And that is the end of Warcraft 2. Even got the rank of God. I'm so proud of myself. So I really hope that this tutorial, this entire tutorial of Warcraft 2 Tides of Darkness and Beyond the Dark Portal, served to help all of my faithful viewers and anyone in the future that want to watch them. As you can see, Beyond the Dark Portal is intense, but it is not impossible to complete. There are some quicker ways and easier ways to go about some of these incredibly difficult videos. Thank you very much for the support that I got from everyone, as well as the likes and the comments. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, share the whole tutorial with your friends. Every bit at the end of the day helps. And stay tuned for future tutorials such as StarCraft and perhaps even Diablo to come. Enjoy the cinematic, guys and girls.
Ner'zhul holds the ancient scepter of Sargeras in the air and intones the final words of the spell of conjuration. The air about you begins to swirl and presses down upon the assembled masses of the Horde. Above you, the crimson skies break open and reveal the chaotic pathways of the twisting nether. As Ner'zhul deploys his remaining forces towards the new portals, you glimpse the Shattered Hand and Warsong clans awaiting orders on the other side of the dark portal. Master, you ask, should we not recall all of our forces from Azeroth? No, the ancient shaman replies coldly. They have served their purpose. From this point on, all that we gain will be ours alone. Ner'zhul gives a wicked grin as you unquestioningly follow him into the swirling madness of the twisting nether.